I love to fish here, but I've never been out here during this time of year. It's so different. Goodness. Ship Creek, or is like a lot of, what would I call them? Regular locals like to call it Ye Old Creek. Get my gloves on. It's kind of chilly. Oh, the mountains look cool across the way.
Just outside the Anchorage port. This is one of the many boat ramps we have around town to get boats in and out of the ocean. Anybody should decide to take their boat out in the open waters.
They would do that right over here.
Yeah.
Get a closer look of that then. I would try stand on the railing. I think I can. Nope, I'm not gonna do it. If I try stand on it, I'm gonna fall. That's definitely easier to get to when the snow isn't here. What is this? I don't know. Oh, it's signs. And this is how, one way, that fish would get hung and dried by our ancestors. She's so tiny. Hi, Akka.
She's tiny like my wife. You can see way across the inlet there, that's Sleeping Lady. That's what Sleeping Lady actually looks like. There's a bunch of fake videos and pictures on the internet with an aerial shot of Sleeping Lady like looking like a human chick from above, and that is 100% false. But as you can see here, we can see a mountain range all the way across the water there. And some of these mountain ranges you can't see on a normal day, like Mount McKinley, for instance. Mount McKinley actually sits below the horizon, and when the humidity's right, the atmosphere kind of acts like a magnifying glass, and that allows you to see objects that are beyond the horizon at different vantage points, and it's pretty impressive. That's also another reason why the moon appears to be closer at times than it actually is. But I did hear an aurora report saying that we're expecting some solar flares that have most likely already happened, and they're just on their way here to give us another light show in the next couple of days. And unfortunately, the best light shows are at night when it's cold out. And since I live here in Anchorage, it's kind of hard to see the northern lights as a general rule, but this year's been rather exceptional in comparison to many other years. So when I've been out hauling snow at night, on occasion we do see a beautiful northern light show just over this mountain range here, and they'll just be up in the sky and doing their beautiful green dancing and stuff. I guess it's a beautiful day. Let's go check out the ice sculptures, dear.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, we're gonna head on over there and check out the ice sculptures, and before they melt, because I'm out here in a t-shirt and it is just amazing outside right now. So we're gonna go check it out. It's over here back that way under the C Street Bridge over by the Comfort Inn, and we'll take you guys on a quick walk through and show you all the snow sculptures. And I'm thankful for having this day off so I can actually get out here and enjoy the city I live in. Every day is an adventure. So yeah, let's go check it out. Somebody left a bracelet. Found a tail of Sleeping Lady?
Yeah, I found the tale of Sleeping Lady.
Yeah.
The legend of the Sleeping Lady. Many millennia ago, a clan of gentle giants inhabited the great land now known as Alaska. Among the giant people was a beautiful lady and a handsome young man who fell deeply in love with each other. Their unbound devotion was so joyous that all the villagers admired them, and preparations for marriage were underway. On the day before the wedding, a messenger brought dreadful news that a fierce, warlike people from the north were invading the country and destroying everything in their path. The village gathered in council to decide what to do. Some suggested going north to attack. The young, love-filled man proposed taking gifts to the enemies instead of weapons, showing their interest was in peace and not bloodshed. By morning, the brave volunteers were ready to leave. The young lady had tears of sadness when her lover came to say goodbye. He gazed softly into her eyes and whispered, "I shall return soon with news of peace. Meet me by the slender body of water with 2 arms." With one gentle kiss, he turned and joined the departing men. The young woman hurried to the pool of water known today as the Kinnick Arm and began the wait, confident that she would soon be back in her mate's arms. For many days and nights, she busied herself while waiting until finally she grew very weary and laid down to rest. She fell into a deep sleep. While she slept, tragic news reached the village that their young men's pleas for peace had been in vain and a terrible battle had broken out. Most of the giant men were killed or captured. When the village women approached the young lady with the tragic news, they could not bear to disturb her from her peaceful sleep and left her as she was. To this day, the sleeping lady lies there dreaming of the moment her beloved will return to her side and peace once again rules the land.
Beautiful. All right. Let's get out of here.
Yeah. Tom English. For the last 2 years, I have been daydreaming of creating some awesome fishing videos. And now that we have a GoPro and we have the new camera coming, we're definitely going to be coming out with some great stuff. It's just, we got to wait for the season now.
I was hoping that camera would have come yesterday, so we could have got some 360 footage of the ice sculptures down here today. But fortunately, the mail in Alaska doesn't seem to agree with me, and neither does Amazon. So whenever we order something, things will say they're here and they're in processing. And then right before it says out for delivery, it's going to say, sorry, everything's running late. So that either means one of 2 things. That our package got lost in the processing facility, or it got damaged to a point where it's undeliverable. And the post office doesn't let us know that. They just kind of either destroy it or send it back to Amazon. I don't know what they do with it exactly, but it just makes it a real headache when we're trying to order stuff from the lower 48.
That stretch right there is an amazing stretch for catching fish. One of my favorite spots.
We are at downtown Anchorage underneath the C Street Bridge. It's Alaska Life 907. And we are at the end of the Rondy event. And this is where they do the snow sculptures for the year. Just across the street there is the Comfort Inn Hotel where a lot of these people stay. And they just cross the street and come over here and do their snow sculptures when they have time. Now these snow sculptures are all made with hand tools, and they've held up extremely well. There's a little gremlin hiding behind that dragon over there. But over here's the Super Mario one, and that's the one that won this year. That's incredibly detailed. Now we do have some some favorites here. This dragon. Definitely one that I like, and I'm surprised the kids haven't tore it down.
Yeah,
So a lot of people have been climbing on them and jumping on them, and the sun's doing its thing and things are starting to melt. But as you can see, there's some incredible detail to these sculptures here. And if you're going to be in Anchorage, you're always going to hear a lot of noise, especially down here. We're right close to the rail yard, so you might hear trains honking their horns. There's always traffic running up over the C Street Bridge. And this is the bridge that takes you directly into the Anchorage port. So this is how all the trucks get in and out. Across this bridge, they take their stuff into town. Now, I apologize if the lighting's a little off. The time of day is about 10:30. We're getting close to 11 o'clock right now. Now, the people that come down here and do these carvings, they come from all over the state. They got a head to stick out there somehow without falling off. They put all these, it looks like stacked rocks up on top.
it's a pretty comfortable 28 degrees right now too. Really like that one, that dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to figure out which way to walk through here because there's so much going on every side of these.
Yeah.
Kind of just have to take your time and wander. But as you can see, the sun's beating down. It's nice and warm. Everybody's out here. Most people don't have gloves or hats on right now. Let's try to get their pictures in before these things melt away. Probably by the end of the week. These temperatures keep staying where they're at. Now, I have been having problems with the GoPro overheating, so I'm not sure exactly how to remedy that. But I've been trying several different options, ways of running this camera to keep it from overheating, but if I try to use it inside the house at all, I'm lucky to get 15 minutes out of this camera. So I did figure out that if you take the battery out, I can connect it directly to a power pack or plug it straight into the wall, and this camera will still record, which is handy. But when you're trying to run these cameras, they're really not meant to be ran for an extended period of time, like a full-size camcorder. So I'm starting to think our expectations of these action cameras is a little high. So I see a lot of complaints about overheating and freezing and stuff like that with these devices. So I guess we just have to take shorter clips and be patient and give these things time to cool down. And of course, my wife's gone straight to the owl. It's kind of interesting how many people just showed up here.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
I want it.
I know. It'd be kind of hard to haul in the truck. You can take it to the snow dump when it melts. Yeah, that's another thing, is my job has been sporadic as I haul snow from the Anchorage port right down the road here. I haul it all the way across town. But yeah, we drive past this all the time, and unfortunately I was not able to get a lot of the Rondy events like I was hoping for. But and the temperature was really cold. I haven't seen the other side of this. The temperature was super cold on the start of the Iditarod, so it's really hard to get motivated when you live here to go out and check out the dogs unless you're directly involved with the event. And if you got small children, it takes a lot of time and consideration to get them ready to go and get them prepared for a long adventure outside. You know what is minus zero temperatures outside.
I don't know how I didn't notice the owl when we first came in.
I know.
I walked right past it.
Big giant moose. And at the end of this video here, I will have some, put some 6-second still shots up in case anybody wants to take a picture, take a screenshot of any of these, and possibly use it as a wallpaper or something in one of your own videos. Now, I don't whine too much about anybody sharing our content or, you know, using our sounds, because a lot of our sounds are created by ourselves. And across the street there, that's the Ulu factory. We're getting ready to head out of here. We've been dealing with a bunch of sicko kids.
And this is how they all started out.
Yeah,
one of these
blocks of snow. Everybody wrote their initials in the walls here. It's kind of interesting. Somebody lost their mitten. Some kid running around town without a mitten.
I just can't wait to come fishing here.
Yeah.
So I knew a second building collapsed here in Anchorage. The other one was on the other side of town. This one's right here in downtown Anchorage. But I didn't know it was that building. It's basically like a secondhand store. You can see all the clothes right in there.
Wow.
Yeah, I like shopping there. I did not know that's the building that went down. That's sad. And every purchase that you make there, you can choose a local nonprofit for like some of the money to go to from your purchase. Every single purchase made there is, so that's kind of sad that it happened to that place.
The building was built in 1970 something, so that roof has managed to survive every Alaskan winter up until now, for at least 50 years. So that building has done incredibly well, even though it was built so long ago. I've heard a lot of complaints online about how, you know, building inspectors this, building inspectors that, and there's a reason for codes and stuff like that. But I mean, come on, the building's 50 years old. It did just fine. It just happened to collapse now. And anybody that didn't shovel their roof this year, I mean, wake the hell up, shovel your dang roofs. I mean, the schools are doing it, the malls are doing it, the hospitals everywhere around town, people with trailer homes, everybody's shoveling their roofs. And if your roof should collapse, well, you've been warned, and that's it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's it.
Already starting to melt. Oh, this one's cool. It's Cubert. It's amazing they got this roof to actually hold up. Figured they would have fallen down by now. Yeah.
It is?
Uh-huh. Wow. The detail on these is amazing. Definitely a lot to see here. Temperatures hovering around 27, 29 degrees. One here is probably one of my wife's favorites because she loves owls.